Why is this training so important and I think unique is because you cannot learn to manage a crisis from a textbook. You need to be in a crisis, you need to be under stress, you need to be tired, you need to be angry with each other, you're really out of your comfort zone, and whenever you think it gets better, it gets worse. And that cannot be done in a classroom.
I'm super excited. I cannot wait to start the exercise. I just read the briefing and I'm like super curious to know what's going to happen next.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you here at DAI in the name of the Swiss Armed Forces.
I'm also very anxious and I'm a little bit stressed. That's for me where I'm most concerned about, because when I don't sleep, I don't think very well. So I'm super concerned about how many hours I'm going to sleep, you know. So that's really like my main concern right now.
The exercise is a practical leadership training. There is no free lunch. In order to get there, they are constantly challenged in a demanding situation which lasts over the course of about 48 hours.
Well, physically I feel tired, but mentally I'm okay because my team we work very well together. So I capture energy from the team and we are performing well. The most challenge is really to deal with the lack of sleep. So we slept like less than 5 hours, and to keep the mind completely active with lack of sleep, it's a real challenge.
What really makes this training so effective, among other things, is that we have one central framework provided by the Swiss Armed Forces, which is called 5+2. Why is this important? When a crisis hits, you are under stress, a lot of things happening, and then you do what you trained with. And when we train just one framework and we apply it and repeat it and apply it and repeat it, this is what you take with you as a participant. And then when you face a crisis, you remember 5+2, and this immediately gives you a structure. And as I learned from the military here, structure frees up the mind. So you can focus on the job and not on the framework.
Well, the scenario, the playing field we use for the exercise is very realistic. Also, the working conditions the participants are experiencing are real. Figuratively speaking, you could say that they're thrown into the cold water, they have to start swimming, and they have to swim into the right direction. They are constantly challenged. They have to work analytically while facing complexity, uncertainty. There is a constant lack of information which bothers them. They work under time pressure. They have to deal with the media while actually working internally in their staff. There is not much time for sleep and rest, long working hours, and I would say this cocktail altogether makes you really feel being under pressure.
About 6 months after COVID hit, I had a lunch with an alumni who went through this training, and he was just promoted a few months before COVID to CEO of a large organization. And he told me just the fact that I knew, first of all, when to declare a crisis and then switch gears and prepare the organization. And this gave me an advantage also over our competitors, because we prepared for the marathon, not just for the spring. We had additional plans in order. We focused on what's urgent now, and this helped us to manage the crisis better than some of our competitors.
It was an unbelievable experience. I felt some of my limits, and I'm very grateful also because I was able to do that.
What you learn here during this training in these 3 days is something you're never going to forget. And whenever you get into a crisis, you will always remember what you learned here and use those tools.